Babes, all right, I am in a different location in my house because it's my kids. My internet is being super bizarre. So I have no internet where I usually work in my office. So here we are. And I got a spray tan, so I'm crazy tanned right now. I'm Amy Elizabeth. Welcome to my live. And if you are new to my world, welcome. I am the CEO and founder of Align by Design, which is all based around human design, really making an impact, helping you shift the future and your current income, and completely luxury support within whatever misalignment you have, stepping into alignment with yourself. So it's myself, Liz Coyles, who's our HD reader and also coach at Align by Design. We have a private Facebook group, podcast Align by Design, all of the places, all of the things. Hello, Danielle. When you're hopping on, say hi. And anyone that is interested in human design, tag them below. So you guys, we have a mastermind, which is called the Aligned Money Mastermind. And we open the doors on Sunday to it. And we have a few spaces left. I wanted to share with you guys my really quick story of wealth. And I called it a slow story of wealth because there was a lot of pieces that had to come into play, which is why we're so excited about the Aligned Money Mastermind, because we're really honing in on these pieces and allowing you guys to step into that so much quicker than what I did, what Liz did. We're taking out all the guessing work and we're like focusing in at hyper speed, you creating the life that you want, the business that you want, the wealth, the aligned money that you're really desiring. So you guys, 1 year ago, at the end of October, on October 31st, I had my biggest milestone in my business, Align by Design, at the time. It wasn't even called Align by Design at that time, but it was my biggest milestone, and it happened within a couple of months, really, of focusing on my business and going all in. Hello, and that milestone was 42K. And at the time, hello, I still was freaking out about money. My past money story has been the chokehold, the saver, the never enough, what if, just in case, don't spend based on desires, save. Okay, so that's been my money story. And when I had this huge, incredible month, I still, and continue to have incredible months after that, nothing dipped, we didn't go down. But I still continue to have the same money story. I still continue to have the same chokehold on money. And it wasn't that I didn't have, a quote unquote overflow of money at that time. I definitely did. But I was still afraid of where my money was going. I was still shutting down all of my desires around what I wanted and spending money on myself. I still was very disconnected from the idea, the feeling, and the embodiment of wealth at that time. So for example, at Christmas time or in the winter last year, December-ish, I really wanted a new pair of running shoes. I love to run. And I was looking at these Nikes and they're like $137. And I was like, you're crazy, girl. You're crazy. You can't spend $137 on shoes that you use every single day for the runs that you go on for 5K runs. You're crazy. You can't do that. You don't have enough money. Whereas I did. I had more than enough money. So these little voices, right? These pieces of conditioning, the beliefs that we have around our worthiness and our own wealth and what wealth is or what it means to you, right? Or how you're going to play with it. So I shut myself down. I didn't get the shoes. And it was such a pivotal point as I started really diving into wealth and money mindset this year. And oh my gosh, who has heard of money mindset? I mean, I feel like every person in the industry, in the coaching industry, in the online world, money mindset, we all know it, right? But how many of us are actually integrated in it? How many of us are actually embodied in the feeling, the truth of wealth? And wealth is an overflow. Wealth is having more than enough. Wealth is having so much in your bank account, which I do right now, that I even know what to do with. Wealth is the ability to give to charities whenever you want to give to charities, to donate your time, your money, whatever it is, to provide things and buy things based on desire, not need, and not shut yourself down based on lack, right? So all of a sudden, I started really playing with money. I started playing with the energetics, my own alignment, my desires, and how I showed up in this world, and my internal power and my beliefs around money, my imagination around money, and how I could hold a frequency to bring in more, to hold more, and to also spend more without fears of that money going away, or fears that I wasn't going to have enough, or fears that that meant something bad about me. If I spent money on myself, if I bought things that were for a house, if I allowed my money to benefit me back, right? To give me pleasure back, and to build a business that was safe to keep expanding and keep expanding. Oh, I'm the opposite. That's what I'm working on. I buy it when I don't got it. Yeah, and so many people do. We all have these different lanes of our money story, right? And what money has felt to us. So somebody like yourself, Danielle, will spend money very impulsively, right? Because they're feeling that that thing that they're buying is going to give them the thing that they're lacking inside. Their belief, their confidence, their joy, their happiness. And for somebody like that, it doesn't. It's temporary. It's a temporary fix, but they think that money is going to fix all of the things. And the thing with aligned money is that we're building alignment from our internal self, from our energetic self, based on our human design, our business around alignment. So the money that we do have that comes in is actually used in outward space of alignment, not to fill a void, not to make us feel a certain way, literally based on pure desire and pure embodiment of your own power, and the knowing that the more that all the money is available to you, right? So even if you spend something one time and you're like, oh, well, that wasn't really what I expected, but it's okay, because there's more than enough to come back to me, right? It's always coming in, it's always flowing. This is the feeling of living in overflow. So what we're doing in the Aligned Money Mastermind is really rewiring the coding that you have around money, is really playing in the quantum field of what money is, how we actually generate the money that comes from ease, and then what we do with our money, how we feel around money, what's coming up from us. You know, some people, as they expand their prices, as they have more people in their programs, they create these energetic blocks that are like, actually, you can't come into my program because I'm at an energetic max right now. And if you do that, if I make more money, it's going to mean I need to do more. It's going to mean I'm going to have to put out more energy. So we're done here, right? And then people are like, why does my business grow? Why is their business, like, why is that program doubling and tripling in the amount of people that are in it? But mine is the exact same. It all comes back to our energy around the money behind it, right? Around what the next person or the next 10 people in your group mean. It comes back to money, it comes back to energy, it comes back to your internal alignment and power, the ability to hold it, right? So when we think about wealth, we're creating a life of freedom, a business, a life, an energy of joy, of bliss, of excitement, of happiness, right? Of success. And it could all go away in a second. It could all go away in a second if you misalign. If you don't build it from aligned money, if you don't play in the frequencies of aligned money, if you're building based on money, not based on wealth, if you're afraid of the overflow, if you restrict yourself, if you avoid, right? There's a lot of avoidance, right? Around money too. We avoid looking, we avoid paying bills, we sign up for something and we're like, actually, no, I'm just gonna pop out of that because like I don't have enough money for it now. It's avoidance. So the biggest thing that is going to shift your first step into aligned money and building a business of wealth is you leading with your desires and really playing with the unsexy work that comes up. So if you have been dying to get into this mastermind, if you're like, this is on my list and I want in now, and then all of a sudden you're convincing yourself as to why you shouldn't be in it. You don't have the money. You don't have that. You need to manifest this amount of money. You need to do this in order to be in it right now, right? All of these restrictions and rules around it. That's your first step to dive into. Why do you think that you can't maintain or hold or make the money that you want to be making right now? Why do you feel like that container, that you're not good yet in it? Right? That you shouldn't be in it yet? What are all of the emotional points that are triggering you right now, that are making you believe that that's something that you're desiring but you can't have? So when I looked at those shoes, for example, when I was like, oh my God, they're $137, it was guilt. I was guilty. I felt guilty of spending that amount of money on myself, which now is just like, I wouldn't even blink. But back then, a year ago, which is not that long ago, I was like, no, what if I don't have enough? What if I don't like replace that money? So I was guilty. I felt guilty. I felt like there was like not enough that I was just going to be able to, like spend my money in the ways that I wanted. Christmas was coming up, right? All of these things. I was like, okay, but like if I buy the $80 pair of shoes, I'm going to have, that much more money to spend somewhere else. Like, does that even make sense? No. So it was like all of these things, or like I'm a sacrificer. I'm always a sacrificer. So I'm going to be the one to sacrifice my desires so that everybody else can have exactly what they want. And I'll be the one to sacrifice, because that's always been my go-to. That's always been my thing, right? To sacrifice so that other people can have everything they want. And nobody's really going to see me, so they're not going to spoil me in that way either. What are the things that are coming up from you that are like, damn, that's actually under there? That needs to be reworked. We need to get that out, because you can't start making more money in your business in alignment with ease, with grace, until we rework this, until you step into a place of, I desire this, so I'm going to do this, right? I get to have this because I do, because it's a desire. And in fact, that desire is going to actually benefit other areas of my life and my business and my energy right now. The thing about human design, you guys, is that everything we want, we get to have. Everything that comes along your path, if it's in alignment with you, if you feel lit up, if your spleen is like, yes, do it. If all of these things inside of you, you feel like are a yes, that's a desire. You have that, right? We're not meant to shut it down. And in fact, what that's doing on your path with your human design is taking you in the right direction, whether that be internal power, whether that be alignment, whether that be energy, right? Sometimes we just get this surge of energy when we excite ourselves, when we step into something we want. All of a sudden we show up in a different way. We walk a different way. We look at ourselves in a different way. Or maybe it's going to be that moment where you finally shifted that belief that you have into a new one, because now it feels different, right? Now it feels different. I no longer believe that same pattern that has been reoccurring for me, because now I understand why. And now I know I have the evidence of what it feels on the other side of that, which is how I desire to live, which is my truth. So everything in your human design that is in our aura, that comes into our spheres, that we desire, that we want, that we shut down, we're creating resistance in our world. So look at this on the bigger picture of your business. You want to join the Aligned Money Mastermind. Hello, gorgeous. You want to join the Aligned Money Mastermind. It's $3,333 a month. It's $2,222 a month for anyone that's in Babes of HD. So this is 3-month or 6-month options. You are getting all the support, literally freaking epic, incredible support from myself and Liz in Voxer and on calls, okay? You're getting all of the support plus the connection with other women. And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, but no, I'm not going to do that. My business can't afford it. My business can't afford it. What you're doing is you're saying your business is never going to be good enough. Your business is not good enough right now to take this chance on yourself with this desire, because it's too much of a risk, because you're going to lose money, because you're not good enough, because you're not all, I don't even like saying they're all in your business, but because you have all of this guilt, this shame around you leading your business, because you're not fully leading yourself. You're not leading yourself. So of course there's other pieces of your business that are going to fall, right? When we're not in alignment with ourselves, we're not in alignment with our business, and our results show that. So how are you stopping yourself? How are you just being like, yeah, no, this X, Y, and Z, I can't be in it right now because of X, Y, and Z. But when you zoom in on the X, Y, and Z, how is the X, Y, and Z still happening? Because you don't make aligned decisions, because you don't go with your desires. I think that is the biggest thing. If you're going to take anything away, if you're just joining, you just join at the best time. Go rewind for like 35 seconds and go listen to what I just said there, because that is it. X, Y, and Z in your belief right now, in your logical mind of why you can't join the Aligned Money Mastermind, of why you're not letting yourself join the Aligned Money Mastermind. Your partner doesn't agree. You don't have the money in your bank yet. You're going to have to put it on credit. You are like, I don't know. There's too many things that are coming up, and I haven't made that. I make that, but my money's going in all of these other places right now. So that would mean I'm not quite making that amount yet in my business, right? So now all of a sudden you're like, okay, so these are the reasons I can't join yet. And now reverse that. Right? Reverse. Why you want to join it is the reason that will shift every single one of those beliefs. But your limits on your business expanding are the same limits that are going to carry over in a month from now, in 10 months from now, in 2 years from now, until you examine those X, Y, and Z's and start reframing them, start diving into the unsexy work behind them. And as soon as those are cleared, holy, your business takes off. Holy, you're making more than you ever have before. Holy, you're loving and obsessed with your life and your business. Holy, you're showing up in a different way. All right. Holy, I got passionate. Sarah, I just recently made a huge investment in my business right from a full body. Yes, everything feels so lit right now. Yes, you show up in a different way. You show up in a different way because all of a sudden you're like, this is what an aligned purchase feels like. Yes, this is what an aligned investment feels like. It is so different than need that or I'm just going to settle for that. When I settled for the shoes, you know what happened? My feet hurt. My feet hurt. And every time I put on the shoes, I was like, oh, I wish I was in those Nikes. I wish I was in those Nikes every single time. So we settle. And what happens? Everything else around us goes, wah, wah, wah. Your business, your energy, your confidence, your belief in yourself, the way you feel. So if you start reverse engineering that, you're going to have some mind-blowing. If you're in this world and you get what I'm talking about, your mind is going to be blown about what you just revealed to yourself and exactly why your business isn't in this overflow yet, why you haven't tapped into unlimited wealth, why you don't look at your bank account and you're like, so happy where you're like, what should I buy? What are my desires right now? Because I'm going to go act on them, So you get to shift this. You get to change everything. The Aligned Money Mastermind is going to help you do this. If you're willing, your life can change. Your life can change. Your business will change. Your bank account will change. Your frequency will change. All of a sudden, magnetism. Okay, I gotta go. But I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Anyone that needs to hear this that please share and tag them in it because this was needed to hear today. I love you guys and I'll talk to you later.